Hello, folks. Hello, guys. Hello, hello, hello. Hi. 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 Thank you for the 2 months. Hearts alight. Thank you so much. How's it going? Why are you waiting, saying What are you waiting for? No, you're not. I don't know. Discord, I guess it wasn't my Discord, actually. I don't think. Or maybe it was. Maybe it was a... You seem chill, but it looks like you eat grilled cheese with no cheese, extra mayo. Are you just saying... Actually, I was going to say something, but I'm not going to... Never mind. You almost walked me into a problematic corner. But I don't know what that means. Yeah, Hammy, your band is a joke. Wasn't me. I mean, you'll get unbanned. You're not permad over there. Vin, thank you for gifting a sub. Thank you for gifting 2 subs. Good bat video. Thank you, guys. You guys see the bat video? What'd you think? I'm really proud of that one. And so is Danny. I think Danny did such a good job. Dude, Danny's so good. I talk about it all the time, but okay, maybe I don't on stream. I talk about it all the time, though. Danny's so good. And Danny and I have had lots of conversations about conditioning the YouTube audience to accept educational videos like that. And so we've been slowly making it happen, and I think that it's working. This video is a 3 out of 10. Pretty sick. I think it's just the phone. I hear it. It sounds like a phone. I don't know. Neptune, thank you for the 32 months. Tensi, thank you for the 21 months. So we need a Maya had fun video. You know, that was, yes, those probably will happen. Those are like my filler videos, but also it was my transition video. Oh, is 3 out of 10 a good thing? Sorry. On YouTube, when you post a video, it ranks it on how well it's doing out of 10. So if it's a 1 out of 10, it is the best video you put out of the last 10 videos, or out of the last 10 videos you've done. If it's a 10 out of 10, it's the worst video out of the last 10 videos that you've put out, performance-wise. And so this video is a 3 out of 10, which is really good. I'm really excited about it. So that's what I mean. Yeah, it's inverted. It's confusing. But yeah, the Maya Has Fun for Once was kind of like a transition into, are you guys okay with seeing me on a DSLR IRL casually talking about animals? Can I like throw some stuff in there? You know, and is it going to mess with retention? And we've done some experimenting, and now we're kind of like, honestly, full-blown education. The bat video is educational, and people are not upset about it. Same with that marmoset video. Cerebral, thank you for is that 10 gifted subs? Echo. Hello. Hello. Space is scared. Stand by. Hello. Hello. Are you good? Could have tricked me. The bat video seemed only fun, and I even watched the streams. Yes. Hide the broccoli. Yeah, my YouTube is disproportionately large because of Tiny Mic, and so to be able to bring education like I do on stream to YouTube is really exciting. We're really excited about it. So I'm glad you guys liked that video. Thank you for watching it. I'm really proud of it. And Danny's editing was great. So yeah, good stuff. The broccoli is so camouflaged. That's the goal. Speaking of which, welcome to ZooperStars. everybody. Do people not like educational videos? Nopers. I have a young audience. You know, a young adult audience. So.
Wow. Shrezno resubbed for 27 months. Macaws Day.
Thank you for the 27 months. Yeah, I have a young adult audience that has a short attention span because they're internet residents, you know? So you have to hide the broccoli. Speaking of which, welcome to ZooperStars. Have you guys been to ZooperStars before? Yes. Oh my gosh. Nose? Okay, you guys have to stop lying because I know some of you are lying. Why can't you just be honest? So many liars. I see you. Okay, well, for the people that are saying no that I do believe, hello. Welcome to ZooperStars. ZooperStars is a series on this channel where we give a very special day to a species or some of the animals at Alveus.
Wow.
I would say...
Steelfy Doge. Resubbed for 32 months. Just over 1 year ago this channel was permanently changed in the biggest way possible due to one thing and one thing only, Leonard's spooky October movies.
Okay. Thank you for the 32 months. Connor and Space just looked at me because they don't have that audio. It was the longest sub message ever. I was just sitting here waiting. They thought I was like offline or something. No, it's just a really long sub message. I was listening to the whole thing. Okay. So ZooperStars is for, I would say it's for one animal at Alveus, but that's not really true because sometimes we have an animal, like we have one bullfrog, right, Georgie. So Georgie has his own ZooperStars. But then we'll have the marmosets and it'll be both of them together. Quite literally, if I wanted to do an individual ZooperStars for Momo and an individual one for Appa, it would not work. If I brought one thing in there as a surprise for Momo, it would be a tragedy for the history books. Okay, so sometimes for ZooperStars, we are going to group them together. One of the examples is today. So today we are doing ZooperStars for the macaws. We have 2 macaws, Tico and Miley. I see them. You guys are typing them. They're so cute. Tico and Miley are our 2 macaws here. They are, Tico is a blue and gold macaw, sometimes called a blue and yellow macaw. Oh my god, trick or treat. Wow. And Miley.
Up for 12 months.
Thank you for the 12 months. Hooray! And Miley is a Catalina macaw. A Catalina macaw is a hybrid between a blue and gold macaw and a scarlet macaw. So she was born in captivity. Miley was born in captivity, adopted out as a pet, or sold as a pet. And then someone said that they couldn't do it anymore, that they couldn't have her in her house anymore. We're going to talk a lot about why someone might surrender a pet parrot. But someone could not take care of Miley anymore, and so they gave her up to a parrot rescue. Tico was, we don't know where Tico was born, but was sold as a pet. And whoever had Tico not only decided that they couldn't have Tico in their house, but also decided that they were just going to drop her off in a box outside of a humane society in California, which I don't know what kind of box it was, by the way. I guess I've never really thought about that. Definitely wasn't cardboard. Anyway, they dropped Tico off in a box outside of a humane society because they ditched the bird. They dumped the bird at a humane society, and so the humane society took in Tico. Tico and Miley were both adopted out by the humane society and the parrot rescue to a woman in California, Michelle Raffin, who has her own, or was running a conservation organization to support the birds of New Guinea, and they were her pet parrots in addition to running that organization. Michelle, wonderful lady. I don't think you guys have not met her on stream, but you know of her. She is in her mid-70s, I believe. scared to say that. She will not see this. She's one of my mom's friends. I've known her since I was like a little baby. And I would be mortified if she saw this and she was like, I'm not in my mid-70s. But I think she's in like her earlier mid-70s. And she wanted to rehome her pet parrots because parrots live a really long time. Always go lower. Oh. Parrots live, the littles that we have, Mia and Siren, they can live to be like 50 or 60 years old. The macaws can live to be 60 or 70. And she got them when she was like probably in her 50s, 60s. And so without knowing how old they are, because you can't know how old they are, really. And so there's a chance that these birds are going to live a very, very long time and outlive her. And so she wanted to send the birds somewhere where she knew they would be very well taken care of, to make sure that they didn't go through the trauma of outliving her and then having to be rehomed somewhere where she couldn't approve of. You know? So she was really sad to let them go, actually. It was really... They're very, very lucky because she also has come here to Alveus to visit them. And she cares about them a ton. They had probably the best case rehoming. How'd you find out how old they are? I actually don't, Connor, you can't do a blood test or anything for that, right? You can't do a blood test for that. You can't do feathers. You really just have to know when they're born and then look out for aging signs. They had probably the best rehoming that pet parrots can have, and that she loved them and she scoped out this home for them. She comes to visit them and she cares about them and she just wanted to see them go to somewhere good. And because she knew that I was starting Alveus, I asked her if she had any parrots and she said yes, and she sent them over here along with a donation of $10,000. So she really, and she did that so that she could help us set them up to be good here. So that's why her name is on that enclosure. She had Tico for I think like 15 years. She had Tico for the longest.
Beeper, oh, wow.
Jam Chmra subbed for 6 months. Maya Hizoro.
Thank you. I'm not sure about the others, but less than 10 years for all the other ones. Miley, I think for the least amount of time. Miley, like not even 5 years, I believe. That was Iljix. He used to be Alveus' social media manager. Sorry, that's what that sub alert was. And now she can watch them on the live cam. I don't think she knows how to do that, but that is true. So, yeah, Michelle is wonderful. That's how we got our parrots. Today, the plan, Inspector Bacon, it's a Buki, thank you for the prime. Today, the plan for ZooperStars is to...
Wow. Inspector Bacon
thank you.
Subbed for 54 months.
Is to make the macaws enrichment in here. The macaws love their enrichment. And then talk about macaws a little bit. And then we'll go outside and the macaws are going to show you guys their favorite behaviors. So we're going to go down with Kayla, Lindsay, and Ella. And they're going to show you how they do the macaw training, what the macaws have been learning in their training sessions. So you guys can see what they've been up to. Cool? That's the plan. Today is Macaw Day, everybody. They're our ZooperStar of the month. Our ZooperStar of the month. So, for macaw enrichment, I have a bag of fun. Number 1, the macaws love cardboard. They love boxes, okay? So we're doing boxes for them today, but the boxes are going to be filled with fun things. You guys got these from the P.O. box. This is Nutriberries with red and green bell peppers, natural foraging food. And this is Nutriberries with cranberries, apricots, and dates. We have Nutriberries. We have Nate's paper towel rolls. We have string. We have some like fill paper. We have puzzle pieces from the P.O. box, cardboard. We have some Chinese finger traps. straws, and tissue paper. And my stabby thing. That's what we're working with today. I'm going to show you how we make macaw enrichment. Somebody asked about these feathers. These are just Tico feathers. These are all Tico feathers. Tico, blue and gold macaw. Check it out. You want to know why she's called the blue and gold macaw? Check this out. Blue, gold, blue, gold, blue, gold, blue, gold.
Parrot 43 resubbed for 2 months.
Alternatively, blue, gold, blue, gold, blue, gold, blue, gold, blue, gold. This is a tail feather, by the way. Very long. These are just Tico feathers. Yeah, they're called blue and gold macaws, blue and yellow macaws. Before I start talking about them, you want me to shake the jar? Oh, because it's a tail feather. Stupid. Thank you for gifting us up. Before I start making this enrichment, let me tell you what enrichment is. Most of you know. Most of you have been here, right? Okay. Enrichment is we give them toys and stuff so they can practice natural behaviors. For macaws, they spend a lot of time in trees, okay? They eat fruits and nuts, and they have to, like, get in trees and find stuff for food, and they love ripping things apart. They love chewing on things. It helps maintain their beak, and it's fun for them to chew on things. So we give them lots of cardboard and paper and stuff like that so they can rip it apart because they like it. It's like a dog toy. That's what we're doing today. So I could give you guys a whole rundown. I probably will eventually today give you guys a whole rundown of where they come from because, okay, Miley doesn't exist in the wild. She is a captive bred hybrid parrot. So she doesn't exist in the wild, but blue and gold macaws do, and Miley is a hybrid between blue and gold and scarlet macaws, and both of those parrots live in the Amazon rainforest. But I feel like you guys have heard me talk about the Amazon rainforest a lot lately, right? Is there anyone here who has not heard my deforestation spiel, like in the past couple weeks? Because I've been talking about the Amazon a lot. And I've been talking about, deforestation a lot. And palm oil. I haven't. Do it again? Haven't been here in a while? Oh. Okay. Cool. By the way, when I think of Tico, I think she's blue. And when I think of Miley, I think she's orange. And I don't really know why I think Miley's orange because I know that she's not. Wow. I mean, she is.
33 resubbed for 29 months.
Thank you for the 29 months.
Let's go.
Hi, Divna.
We love all the birdies. Excite edges.
Because Miley is actually orange, green, blue, yellow. Like, Miley's so many colors, but I just think that she's orange. So Miley has an orange box and Tico has a blue box. I have not, but I don't need the talk. Okay, well, I'm guess I'm just going to give it to you guys anyway. Oh no. I did a bad job. Oh no, I didn't. Yes, I did. What? Oh, I'm dumb. I did do a bad job. So, thank you for the sub. Hi, Oro. I did it wrong. So, the Amazon rainforest is the largest rainforest in the world. Guys, it's 6.7 million square meters. That's twice the size of India. How many Switzerlands is it? I don't know. I don't know why people measure in Switzerlands. Is that a thing, or did I just make that up? I feel like people do that. Is it just because it's small and so it makes it seem like a lot of things? I made that up? It's huge. Okay, the Amazon rainforest is twice the size of India. It's huge, but it's also super important because It houses 10% of our world's biodiversity. Slow motion, thank you for the prime. 10% of our world's biodiversity, 1 in every 10 species on the planet lives in the Amazon. I know that sounds crazy because it is. 1 in 10 species. 1 in 10 species lives in the Amazon. The biodiversity there is unreal. Biodiversity is important because it works like a plane wing. Does any chatters want to explain my plane wing metaphor? Wow. What do you think? You know what I should get? I should get a plane wing.
For 41 months.
For education. I should get a plane wing in here so I can show an example of how it works. I don't need a plane wing. I need literally just, I don't know. I need like an educational tool for this where you like pull some stuff out and then eventually it falls to the ground. Anybody have ideas for that? Anyway, it's another time. Like a Jenga tower. Yeah, kind of that vibe. It's like a plane wing, okay? And all the species in the plane wing are screws. And you can take screws out, but it'll make the plane wing weaker every time you take the screw out. And eventually you'll take one out and the plane will crash. The whole thing will fall down. Biodiversity is important, okay? But it's not just the biodiversity in the Amazon that we want to protect. I need scissors. The Amazon, because it's so massive and it's such a carbon sink, the trees in the Amazon sequester a ton of carbon. And they emit so much water into the air via evapotranspiration. So it helps with atmospheric cooling. It's just so vital because it's so huge and it's such a hub for life that there are species all over the planet that depend on the Amazon for survival. Okay? In the Amazon, 400 billion trees. For reference, this is one tree. Imagine 400 billion of them. Did that help? So many trees. So many trees. Okay, great reference. You're welcome. How many Switzerlands? I don't know. But there's so many. Okay, each large tree can put off 10 large bathtubs of water a day in evapotranspiration. 10 large bathtubs of water a day. Okay? Huge for atmospheric cooling. Also, when we cut down trees, they release carbon into the atmosphere. Carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas. You can see where I drew this like a week ago. Okay? You cut down a tree. Space, can you zoom in? You cut down a tree. You release carbon dioxide. Because the trees cut down sequestered carbon. This is the atmosphere. This is the sun. Hello. Here's some heat, okay? Here's all this CO2 that's now been released right from here. And then it's supposed to bounce back out of our atmosphere, but oh no, it ran into CO2. That's how global warming works, right? So we have all this CO2 in our atmosphere. It traps heat in our atmosphere. So, Cringe02, thank you very much. Yeah, that's good. So, releasing carbon dioxide into our atmosphere, more global warming, less of that water that's emitted. This tree is no longer releasing 10 bathtubs a freaking day. It's releasing 0 bathtubs a day. Twice the size of Amazon, we've lost 20% of the Amazon rainforest in the last 20 years to deforestation. I'm sorry, twice the size of India. We've lost 20% of it in the last 20 years. How many trees is that? I don't know. A lot. So, with less evapotranspiration, less atmospheric cooling, more heat, we get wildfires. not just in the Amazon, everywhere. Okay, we're gonna get wildfires. We get worldwide drought, which is a huge problem. And then all this carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Now that the trees are dead and they're not able to sequester that carbon, the carbon's gonna dissolve into our oceans. And carbon dioxide in our oceans is not good. Too much of it is not good, because then we have coral bleaching. You guys heard of coral bleaching? Kills corals. Not good, not good, not good. I also have these treats, by the way. Pistachios? Pecans. I'm putting a pistachio in here. Pistache. So, yeah, we get coral bleaching, we get mass die-offs in our oceans. Our oceans provide every other breath we take in oxygen because of all the phytoplankton that's photosynthesizing in our oceans. We get eutrophication. It's just like a whole, it falls apart, right? All of our ecosystems around the world fall apart when this happens. So, our macaws are from here. You know what else happens when this happens is macaw, that's macaw, has no place to live because they nest in trees. And now it looks like this. In the Amazon, where they were living before, that's it. That's the ground. So they have no habitat. And that's a huge problem too. It's a good drawing. So that's why deforestation is a problem. If you've heard me do that spiel before, sorry. Woo! I can't read that chat message because it went up. Someone said, I think it's a mistake referencing only CO2 as the problem. I don't know if they were implying that I should talk about like methane or so. There are other greenhouse gases, if that's what you're saying. But in this instance, I'm talking about deforestation. Nice wig! This place I'm talking about Nice wig! Hi, Nice wig.
Resubbed for 14 months.
Thank you so much. In this case, I'm talking about deforestation. So we are talking cringo too. We can talk about methane another day, though. I'll talk about methane all day. I talk about cattle ranching quite a bit. Cattle ranching is a huge cause for deforestation, by the way. Segue. They clear a lot of forest to make room for cattle ranches. It's actually 80% of the deforestation that's happened in Brazil in the last 20 years is because of cattle ranching. And cattle produce methane, which is a greenhouse gas. So. There was no nut in that. It was just the shell. So it's fine. Okay. Well, I don't know what they said, but I was trying to address it. So anyway. So, yeah. Macaws live in the Amazon. The Amazon's getting cut down. Not only is it taking away their habitat, but it's causing huge global problems, right? This is the speech that I gave at the gala. If you guys watched that, I literally quoted myself in some of the things that I just said. Where are my scissors? Oh, they're hiding. Other things about parrots that is a problem is the pet trade. It's a big one, right? By the way, you know what I've never thought about ever until this morning was, you know how we think of parrots and we think of pirates? Where you're like, oh, pirates have parrots and they're friends, and like there's a parrot on a pirate's shoulder. I don't know why I've never ever thought about this or connected the dots, but they were smuggling. You guys ever thought about that? Pirates were smuggling parrots from the New World to Europe. They're going and capturing wild macaws and bringing them to Europe to sell them as pets. Because in Europe, it was like a status symbol to have something from the New World. And macaws are so beautiful that they would bring them over to Europe and sell them for a bunch of money. I mean, there's a possibility that they kept some of those for themselves as their pets. But yeah, it turns out, guys, they weren't just singing sea shanties and hanging out and being friends with their parrots. They were trafficking them. Is it crazy that I've never thought about that? Did you guys all just know that? It hit me this morning. I was like, oh my God, duh. I never knew that either. Yeah, I just had never thought about it. Parrots of the Caribbean. Never considered it. Me neither. Makes sense. I know. Yeah, it's crazy. So, anyway, what I'm doing right now, I have these straws. They're paper straws. And I'm plugging the end with tissue paper. And then I have this pecan. And I'm taking the nut out and I'm stuffing the straw with it. So that the macaws have to get the nuts out of the straw. Because they like doing that. Parrots of the Caribbean. So there's that. But the pet trade is a huge problem for parrots. We're talking millions and millions of parrots exported for the pet trade. Or imported for the pet trade even to the States too. People want pet parrots because they see videos of parrots online. And they're like, oh my God, so cute. He's dancing. I want a parrot. So fun. I can sit on my shoulder and I can go places with it. And in some cases, yeah, if you never want to have kids and you're okay having a toddler of about 2 years of age that can chew through wood and bite your fingers, eat your fingers. I mean that bit, by the way. I'm going to explain that in a second. And lives 70 years and can chew through wood and scream at 130 decibels, which, by the way, is the same decibel level as a jet engine, and can bite at 2,000 psi. 2,000? You know how hard I can bite? I don't know about me personally. But you know how hard humans can bite? Like 125. You know how hard a saltwater crocodile can bite? Like 3,500. The hardest macaw bite was recorded at 2,000 psi. I think normally they do more like 400, 500. But we do 125. They can bite hard, okay? They can bite so hard, and they can scream so loud. I said 130 decibels. It might be higher than that. Who knows? We don't have a decibel reader that goes higher. Because we got a decibel reader in our parrot enclosure just to see, and in one day they maxed it out. The highest it could go is 130. And the day that we put it in there, they screamed, and it was 130. Right? That's crazy. But 130, it is right below the threshold for pain. Actually, that is above the threshold for pain, I think. Where's that poster? Let's see. I think 130 is above the threshold for pain. I think that's like 125. We got 140. Jet taking off, gun, firecracker. 120, rock concert, car race, jackhammer. 110, baby crying, car horn. It doesn't say the threshold for pain on here, but I think the threshold for pain is 100 and 135. The bottom down here, normal talking is 60. Soft whispers, 30. It does? Oh, painful, duh. The red bit is what's painful. Whoops. Okay, this whole thing, it says painful right there. This is a new poster to me, I'm sorry. We just got it yesterday. So, above the threshold for pain, obviously above the threshold for hearing loss from prolonged exposure. So you have a macaw in your house. Not only are you in pain, but you're going to go deaf. Oh, man. So, super loud, can live 60, 70 years. But people think like, oh, they'll be so cute and they'll sing and dance and they'll be my friend. And then they get this bird and they're like, oh my God, this is not going to work. Still, the demand for parrots is high enough to where they're capturing parrots out of the wild and putting them into the pet trade. People don't even know sometimes that they're getting a wild caught parrot, which is very, very sad. And obviously terrible for wild populations and those individual birds. The transport of those birds is really tragic. A lot of times the birds don't make it in transit. I've shown pictures several times of birds that are transported in water bottles, in the hubcaps of people's cars to cross borders.
Wow. Jen's Next just gifted 12 tier 1 subs.
Thank you for the 12. Gen Z Next is here again. Thank you so much. The heck? It's not. Thank you so much. Yeah, Rio. So, yeah, the parrots are very loud. People think they want them as pets and then realize that they don't want them as pets. This is what we're looking at so far. I actually think this is good. Oh, I need nutriberries. Duh. Stupid. What are you making? I'm making enrichment for the macaws. I'm making like a toy for our parrots.
Wow. Bailey's just gifted 5 tier 1 subs.
Moths got into this. I'm good, thank you. Bayless, thank you for the 5. Moths got into that one. We're doing red pepper ones instead. I'm making toys for the macaws. Okay, it's I'm stuffing straws and stuff with their favorite treats and nuts so that they have to scavenge for their food a little bit, so they have to forage for their food a little bit like they would in the wild, because that behavior is good for them. It's like giving your dog a toy or a Kong. But for parrots. Wait, I need to go back. I told you guys that they would eat your fingers. It's okay. It's a little bit of a headline, I'm going to be honest. It's kind of crazy that I said that. But there was a blue and gold macaw in 2010 that ate a baby's finger. Learned about that recently, too. In 2010, I kind of spoiled the story. I guess I could have built it up a little better. In 2010, there was a family that went to lunch in Florida. Of course, it's in Florida. And they had a 1-year-old. And the lunch place had a blue and gold macaw on like a display perch, I guess, next to the patrons. And the macaw flew down from the display perch and took the 1-year-old's finger off. And then flew back to his perch and then ate it. Crazy, right? Who knew? Why? I don't know what happened that day. What I do know is that does never happen with a wild parrot. Okay, you don't have to be scared of wild parrots. Probably not many of you are around wild parrots. Unless you got your invasive, I have parrots in my neighborhood. Yeah, everybody does nowadays. But wild birds aren't going to do that. So I don't know what the reason was for that bird, but really crazy. Okay, this is Miley's. It's got a bunch of goodies in it. I'll show you up close. We got finger traps. These have pecans and nutriberries. These have nutriberries and pecan bits in them. They're straws. There's filler paper. And then this has a pistache in there. And now I need to stab it. Why do wild birds not do that? Wild birds are just going to be afraid of people. They're not going to land on you to eat your finger.
In 1994,
thank you.
2 men from Rhode Island sold a decapitated parakeet named Petey to a blind kid in Rhode Island.
Okay, that's really sad. Why do we stab the box? Because we're going to hang it from a branch in their enclosure. Yeah, we reuse enrichment material all the time. It gets picked up at the parrot enclosure. But honestly, most of the time, not most of the time, they do really go through it. I mean, they chew it up. Oh, Dumb and Dumber. Okay, never mind. So, like this. Hanging it up. So yeah, they're just, wild parrots aren't going to land on you and do that. It's a captive parrot thing. They would rather fly away from you. Probably. They frick up these boxes. That is true. Alright. Hooray. Remind me where to go for reporting illegal exotic pet sales. Yeah, so if you see the sale of wildlife or the sale of wildlife parts online, you can come back to this chat or Alveus' chat and do command report. And you can report the sale there. That is only for the sale of wildlife and wildlife parts. It will not work for just the ownership of wildlife, unfortunately, yet. Hooray! We'll hang this for the macaws. Next. This is Tico's. You can do that in all of the US. However, I will say, a lot of the sale of wildlife, unfortunately, is legal. So you can report it, but there's a good chance that it won't matter. Just tragic. For example, our marmosets, right? Someone owned them legally as a pet. Connor, have you ever thought about the fact that pirates were smuggling parrots and weren't actually friends with them? That they were just trafficking them from the New World to Europe to sell them?
I never thought about it, no.
Isn't that sad? It makes me sad. Guys, I have bad news for you. The pirates, they were in it for the money, not friendship. Pirates are natural allies to parrots. No, actually. They're literally not. Okay? They're literally not. Pecan. Nutcracker. Ow! Shot me. Next she's gonna say Santa isn't real. Santa traffics reindeer. Just kidding, that's slander. That's actually not confirmed. Hooray. Well, anecdotally, I can also attest to parrots being a lot. I did an internship at a parrot sanctuary in San Diego for one summer. And the people there were great, okay? It's not like it has nothing to do with the facility, but it's the worst internship I've ever done. because I would go into the facility and it's a parrot rescue. And so what it is that people who surrender their pet parrots because of like vices, things that don't work in a human household that parrots naturally do, right? They bite, they scream, they chew through wood, they don't like people, they attack people, whatever. They get surrendered to this facility, right? It's like a last resort facility. And so I worked there, and there's like 50 parrots that are all put there because they couldn't be in people's unavoidable because I wasn't doing training. I was just doing husbandry, and it was like a whole thing. Anyway, it was hard to work there. We had to wear earplugs all the time so that we didn't lose our hearing. And That is when I learned too. I did that internship because I was kind of deciding between, I knew I loved birds. I just didn't know if I wanted to do like parrots or birds of prey. And then I did that internship and I was like, birds of prey. What is husbandry? It's just like animal care. Taking care of animals. So yeah, that bit was a lot for sure. It was a time in my life. I actually don't know the origin of the word husbandry. Connor, do you? We don't know. Sure. We still took in parrots at Alveus because the pet trade is a big problem for parrots. Like I worked at that. I knew I wanted parrots immediately because that facility was one of the reasons, is because I was like, all these people think that they want parrots because they see these videos online and then all these parrots end up in this terrible situation. Not the facility's great, but you know, like all of them get surrendered. How many people really do have parrots until the end of their lives? Very few.
It's just a Middle English word.
Just a Middle English word, husbandry. I have finished the pecans. So, that's why we have parrots. Also, I think it's really important. Another thing with the parrots is like, people just never think of wild parrots. You know? Like, you think of a macaw, you just don't think about them in the wild. It's weird. It's because they're so heavily exploited by the pet trade. You think of a parrot and you think of like a pirate, or you think of, I don't know, like a pet or on some weird guy's shoulder in the city.
Are there other macaw hybrids that exist?
Yeah, there are lots. There are lots of macaw hybrids. They hybridize a bunch of stuff. They're in the wild in Minecraft? Oh, that's huge. Do you think there's still wild African greys? Oh, absolutely. Yeah, but they are endangered. Congo African greys, I think, are endangered. I don't know about Timney African greys.
Frame underscore is subbed for 5 months. Burge.
Thank you for the 5 months. Burge. All right, let's see. $10 Management of a household, farm management from husband. Now obsolete since... Huh. Interesting.
People pug, wow.
Nightshell subbed for 14 months.
Thank you. Okay, in this box, we have 4 straws, 2, 3 finger traps, paper towel roll with pistache. I have these extra ones. I'm just going to put these in here with nothing in them.
People pug, wow.
Yep underscore block resubbed for 30 months.
Oh, I can't open this one. Tim and I are also endangered? Yeah, of course they are. Of course they are! Did you hear that? He never does it when I try to get you guys to hear it. He vocalized. It was cool. You missed it. Decoy paper towel roll. Oh.
People pug, wow.
Grave 55 resubbed for 18
Grave.
months. Maya he cheer, Maya he cheer, Maya he cheer.
Thank you. I haven't heard of Timney before. There are 2 types of African greys. Congo African greys, they're larger, they're a little lighter. That's what Mia is. And there's Timney African greys, they're smaller, a little darker. Both pretty common in the pet trade. I think Congo African greys are more common though. Georgie's vocalizing.
People pug wow.
Box dude, thank you for the 5. Oh, this one's...
5 tier 1
There's a lot of stuff in this one. Thank you for the 5. Sorry, I feel like I'm breathing into the mic. Speaking of the mic. Is it true that bird bones are hollow or honeycomb? Not hollow. I think honeycomb's an okay way to describe bird bones. That they're like, they look kind of like spongy. Very light. The largest macaw is the hyacinth macaw, by the way. It's got a 4-foot wingspan, which is pretty big. I mean, I've got a 5-foot wingspan. So it's a big bird. They're blue. They have like yellow eyeliner. Very cool looking. They're only 3 pounds. It's kind of crazy. The smallest macaw, oh my god, the smallest macaw is a Hans macaw. They're like this big. There was one at the parrot, oh my god, he's so annoying. There's one at the parrot rescue, and macaws can talk, parrots can talk, right? And this one bird, his name was Bagel, and that's all he could say, or all he could talk about. He could only talk about bagels. And anytime you were around, he'd go, "You want a bagel? Want a bagel? Want a bagel? Want a bagel?" It was so annoying. Anyway. That's how, they do that. That's how they are. Okay, these strings are not the same length, but it don't matter. Was he a New Yorker? No. We'll answer him. I answered him so many times you wouldn't even believe it. Okay? So many times. Bagel Bite's great. It was really funny. It was very funny. Parrots can be really funny. But the thing is, they can be really funny in small doses. Like, if I saw that parrot at, one day, I would think it was the funniest thing ever, and I would love it, and I'd talk about it forever. But I saw him every day for a whole summer, and I was like, oh my god. It's like Siren, right? Siren in small doses is, like, so funny. But if you're in there every day and she's at you every day, you're going to be like, wow, that's annoying. You want to get the backpack set up, or is it set up? I gotta stall a little bit. I told them 10 minutes. But I think I said it a couple minutes ago. I said 10 minutes at 12:07. So 5 minutes from now. Okay, you guys. We are going to go see the macaws today. Woo! We made their enrichment. And now you guys can come meet them and see what they've been learning. Tico has learned a lot. Tico is really, really smart and really fast at picking things up. So Tico has learned colors. Or is learning some colors, which is very cool. I don't know what exactly they'll want to do today, but Tico is learning some colors. Tico has learned her lefts and rights. You can say, "Can I see your right foot?" Pick up her right foot. She's learned yes and no, so she'll go yes and no. And we're currently, our animal care staff is currently trying to teach the macaws how to fly. It's a question we get all the time with the parrots here, is can they fly? And the answer for all of them except for Mia currently is no. None of them have their wings clipped. Siren is incapable of flight because she's permanently missing tail feathers, probably because some sort of pelvic injury, but she will not grow back those tail feathers, so she can't fly. Mia can fly and does fly. And then Tico and Miley, they have flight capabilities, and Tico has flown before. Tico's flown away from her last home before. So we know that she can. Miley has never. And I think that it's because they don't really know how or don't think that they can. So animal care staff has started flight training with them. It's mostly Kayla. And we have these 2 sawhorses you'll see down there. And slowly we'll just increase the distance between the 2 sawhorses, and they will have to jump over and then eventually fly over. But it will be explained way better when we're down there. Makes sense? Space, I'm good to swap when you are. You guys ready to go see the parrots? Thank you. Can Tico see the same colors that we can? That's a great question. I think most animals see in different color spectrums than we do. I think that they probably look different to each other than we see them, but they can definitely see color. I just don't know if they can see more. I assume they can see more than we can. But who knows? Alveus is not able to house any type of animal. We couldn't have like elephants here. Or giraffes or something. Or polar bear. I don't think Miley has ever learned to fly. Born, raised in captivity, raised by people, I don't think she ever learned. Tico, I think, knows how, but is like not very confident and also needs to build up some muscle to be able to do that. Ready? Guys, we're swapping over. Swap. Swapped. This is... Oh, that... Hello? Hello? Great. Excellent. Okay. Let's go see the parrots, shall we? It has been 10 minutes. Easy peasy. I'm crazy. All right. Guys, let's go see the parrots. Thank you. Goodbye. Beep, 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 beep. Little dote. Oh no. Goat meal. Why? Literally, it was like lying down. Nobody said anything to her, and she got up to harass us on the way down, like for no reason. It's actually so annoying. Like, that's so annoying. Anyway. Oh god, they're everywhere. Hi, Pee-wee! It's so bright out today. I almost died. All right, guys, welcome to the parrot enclosure. Oh, God. Siren? Siren? Oh, sorry. Chat, we're swapping. Hey, you can't come in here. Tripper. All right. Siren, would you... Guys, speaking of parrots being really loud, this is Siren. She's a blue-fronted Amazon. Would you like to say hi to them? You want to say hi? You want to say... Do you want to say hi to them? Okay. Oh. Can I pet you? That's nice. Wow, so nice. What do you think? This isn't about you, though. All right, well, this is... Is that funny to you? Siren's a blue-fronted Amazon. God. If you have something to say, why don't you just tell them? It's also a bird that's from the Amazon rainforest. What? What? Can you say hi? Say hello. 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 That's nice. Thank you. So nice. What doing? I'm going over here. Goodbye. That's Siren. This is Mia. Mia is a Congo African gray. She is beautiful and very smart and doesn't talk as much, but she makes a lot of noises, and she can also be exceptionally loud. You wouldn't know. Parrots, just like kids, have very different personalities. These are also different species, but these two are just... Can I pet you? No. These two are just remarkably different birds. They act very different, you know? So, yeah. But they're both really cool. And then we have... Huh? Hello. Siren's talking. Hello, Mama. They're so nice. What are you doing? What are you doing? Whoa. So, hello. You guys are going to have to bear with Siren's noise while we focus on the macaws today.
They did not come out yesterday.
Okay, well, if they don't come out, worst case, you see them get their enrichment.
For them saying,
Can I give you this mic? Guys, this is Kayla.
hello.
You know Kayla. I think all of you know Kayla. Kayla's our animal care and training program manager at Alveus. She does the training, and she's going to show you guys how the macaws get trained. There are some animals here that are easier than others for me to jump in with, you know? Like the donkeys are pretty accepting of me just jumping in there and doing what Ella does with them.
If I give you an almond, maybe. Hi. Can you come up? That's so nice. Okay.
The
Okay.
macaws
Can you-
are not one of those animals.
Okay.
Oh,
Why though?
what are you doing? So when I said Siren can't fly, I mean she can't. Her tail feathers make it so that she has no breaks in the sky.
She can't sustain
She can't-
flight.
yeah.
Hi, sweetie. You all right? Oh, it's okay. Can you come up? That's nice. Good job. Thank you so much. Can we try one more time? That's very nice. That's very nice. Very nice. Good, good. I know. It's a lot. Want to come up? Can you come back up?
Hello.
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 You're very worked up. Can you come back up?
Hi.
I know. Can you come back up? You're okay. Good. Can you come back up?
Yeah, Siren has a lot of thoughts and feelings today.
She does. She's got a lot going on. Can you focus over here? Good. I know.
She sounds like a kid who can't fully form sentences, but they're also crying. That's pretty, yeah, that's true. That's a good way to describe it.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm gonna go here. Bye, Siren.
It's okay.
Mia?
You're so
So scared.
so much going on. I know. Can you focus over here? Good job. Good. It's okay. I know. Hi. Hello. Those are good kisses? Those very good kisses? Good. Good job. Very nice, yeah? Hi. This is just a mission to try to get you to be a little bit more quiet. Can you come up? It has kind of worked.
If you guys don't know, she is on a scale right now.
Created other
That's how Siren gets
obstacles.
weighed.
She weighs 383 grams.
383 grams. Guys, what's that in pounds? And
Can you
what's
step
that
up?
in
Not even a pound.
What do y'all use for weight? I don't know.
Can you come up?
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
What do you think?
0.84 pounds.
Good job. That was so nice. Here, you want this?
0.84 pounds.
That's very nice. Good job. All right. Yeah,
Wow.
for sure.
Now
Hey,
is
macaws.
happy.
Tico, Miley, you guys look thrilled.
That is an almond in shell. A lot of
Do you
people
guys
also
wanna
don't
come
know, don't know that's what almonds look like before you take the shell off. Siren. Oh. Okay, you don't. I'm really sorry. I'll just stay away from you. You enjoy yourself over there.
Sometimes they have a hard time getting into the almonds. It's very strange. There's a macaw.
Tico.
Hello, Tico. Tico, I didn't set these up because I was afraid to jinx myself. I'm still a little afraid you're going to go up instead of down.
There's a lot going on. I'm moving over here.
Hi. How are you? Doing
Chat,
okay?
you're still gonna be able to hear me, but not see me, just so that there's less going on for the birds. They're sensitive ladies. All of our parrots are female. When we got Tico and Miley, we
Do you wanna
thought
come
Tico
down?
was a boy, because you could just kind of have to guess. You can't tell by the way they look, and they don't have any external genitalia, so you can't tell what sex a parrot is without a blood test.
Stella's team just gifted 5
Would you like to come down?
Thank you for the
What do you
five.
think?
So when we got Tico, she had never had a blood test. People just guessed she was male because you kind of just pick one.
Hi.
And
Very good.
turns out
Thank you so much.
she's female.
Are you ready?
Yes,
Do you
if
think you might
find
want
an
to come
egg,
over today?
then you can confirm that your bird is female. That is another way to do that.
Very nice.
Poop.
Encouraging. Is ready to work, perhaps. Are you ready to step up? That's very
Wow,
nice,
so
Tico.
nice.
Good job.
So macaws, is Ella
Step
the
up.
only person that's held Tico on her arm? But not really on purpose?
I think she did very briefly.
We hold the macaws on sticks.
I'm quite confident that Tico would step to an arm.
Yeah.
the reason we continue to use the stick with Tico is because she's very comfortable with it. Are you ready to step up? Are you ready to step up? Can I see your foot? There it is. Good job. Good.
How much does Tico weigh?
1140 this morning.
1140.
1140. So one of the interesting things about parrots, if you guys have been around before, you've probably heard us talk about this. Can you come in here for a little bit? No. Okay. Absolutely not. I don't know what I was thinking. Is a lot of parrots that live in captivity actually don't know how to fly. So even though there's nothing physically preventing the macaws from flying, they aren't confident in it. We know that Tico has flown out of a fear response, but she doesn't fly confidently. So we're trying to teach her how to be confident with her wings, which is not, I would say, probably uncommon with people who have parrots in their lives. It's kind of a thing that people are shocked to hear, that birds don't necessarily instinctively just fly. So essentially what we started doing with Tico and Miley is we have these two perches, and we're just kind of training them to come forward a little bit. Good. And kind of reach, do like big stretches. And eventually what she's going to do is she's going to use her wings for balance, which will encourage her to put her wings out, which then we will reinforce, and then we will slowly stretch the distance that she's coming. Right now, because she was so unmotivated yesterday, I have actually lowered her criteria a little bit for reinforcement. So this is not the farthest stretch that she has completed, but we'll see how she feels today. If you ask for too much, backtracking can be a little bit more difficult. You don't want to kind of throw off their confidence. If you ask for too much and they don't do it, then they just become disinterested, right? So I want her to feel successful with what we're doing today. So I lowered her criteria a little bit today just based on her motivation the past couple of days, and we'll see how she does. But she definitely knows this routine. We've done it many, many times in the past several weeks. Can you do a big stretch for me? Yes, you can. You can. Can you do a big stretch? You can. Good. Very nice, Tico.
Do you think she would mind if I sat behind you?
Behind me? I don't think so.
Okay. I'll try
I would
that.
love for
See if I can
Siren to be
in
anywhere else, but that's asking so much.
Siren? Yeah.
There's your wings.
Hello, Tico.
It's okay. I know you're putting your wings out because it's not for a flight response, actually. Can you big stretch?
I'm thinking I'll be in frame, but then also it might make Siren louder, and it might make Tico feel a type of way. So I'll just move if it is a problem.
So right now I'm using small bits of pistachio. It's a slightly higher value reinforcer instead of her sunflower seeds, because I would like for her to complete at least one big stretch for you guys today. It's the tiniest bit of pistachio I've ever offered you. Can you be nice? Thank you so much. That was very, very gentle. What do you think?
So yellow underneath. Yeah,
What do
they're
you think?
really, really beautiful.
What do you
Really
think?
bright birds.
Can you stretch? Big stretch. You can do it. You can. Good.
What else does she like? Almonds. She likes almonds, pecans, pistachios.
Walnuts. She's an equal
Walnuts.
opportunity eater. So the macaws also love their pellets. I would say their produce is probably their least favorite.
Having bit rate problems.
Are you ready? You can do it.
Okay.
You got it.
Pecans,
Good stretch.
pecans. Kayla, did you know that toucans eat wild macaws, babies?
That doesn't shock me at all.
Oh my god, I did not know that until this morning.
Yeah.
One natural predator
do a thing.
of
I'm
macaws in the
Going
wild
to switch directions real quick.
Okay.
Can you step up?
One natural predators of macaws in the wild is toucans, because they fight for nesting sites. And so toucans will eat baby macaws and macaw eggs and then take over their nesting site. Like a pirate. Also, I was telling them this morning, it had never occurred to me that pirates were just trafficking parrots. Like from the New World to Europe. It was so sad.
You're right, Siren.
Siren thinks that too. You can film her. I'll just go around.
Sorry, I switched directions actually because the wind was blowing that way. So one of the things that can be challenging for birds, especially a bird that's not confident using their wings, is that they'll prefer to take off
Hey, Tico.
not into a tailwind because the force will be behind them, which can make it harder for them to control their flight. So I switched directions so that if the wind blows, it's blowing towards Tico like a headwind, which may also encourage her to utilize her wings a little bit more. I say that, it hasn't, but it is definitely easier for her to lean into the wind than to lean with it. It's less scary. Huh. Good stretch. That was a good stretch. Tico and Miley have very different styles of doing this as well. Miley's much more willing to like throw herself very quickly over perches or to try to cheat. Tico is much more of like a methodical build her up. So she tends to do a lot of these big stretches before she completes like her one that comes all the way to the other side. I know you've done this far. I know you have.
Hi, Mia.
Good.
Wow.
Miley is like, you guys are crazy today.
Do macaws live in the rainforest? Yeah, yep. Central and South America. Friend Tico in the Amazon basin.
You come over? Good.
But then Miley's a hybrid macaw. She was born in captivity, so
Good.
She's a combination of a blue and gold macaw like Tico and a scarlet macaw.
Good, Tico. Good. Good. So you can see she's getting a little bit more confident, a little bit more. She's offering a little bit more of a stretch. Good. Good. Yeah.
Sachi resubbed for 30 months.
Yeah. Big
Mine
stretch.
resubbed for 7.
You got it.
Why those colors?
Good.
Why those colors? We don't know for sure. I mean, the idea of bright colors attracting mates is certainly a theory, but female parrots also have really, really bright colors. They are colors that naturally occur in their wild habitats, so camouflage is a theory as well. I don't think it's very good camouflage, if I'm being honest, but what do I know? I've never been there.
It's also pretty wild to imagine what they must look like to each other.
Yeah.
Because we don't see color the same way that they do. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good. You got it. You got it. What do you think? How about for a whole pistachio? Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. She's like, what? What?
A spin.
Good.
Do they see a limited or more expansive range of color? Definitely more expansive. I don't know how to describe it to you. I don't know exactly what it looks like, but they definitely look different to each other than they look to us.
Siren. Don't mind Siren, Tico.
Are their tails stabby?
No.
I don't really know what you mean
I don't
by
know what
that.
you mean by stabby. I mean, the feathers are stiff,
Yeah, but they're kind of,
but they're malleable.
yeah, a little flexible.
Almond? Ooh. Ooh.
Do they ever lose and regrow their tail feathers?
They do.
Wow.
Good job.
Yes.
Good.
They molt like things shed. You guys hear that crunching? Wow. Amazing. 500 psi of force. Yeah, I think the average for the macaws is like 400 or 500, but the highest was, I think it was a green wing macaw, and it was like 2,000, which is
For their beaks?
which is crazy because we do 125. Crocodiles are up at like 3,500. Tigers, I think, are like just over 1,000. So 2,000 is crazy. Very strong beaks.
Packs a lot of punch for a pretty small beak. Can I see your feet? How about this one? Left. Left. That's your right foot. Tico. Can you say yes?
I'm sorry, I'm leaving.
Can you say yes? Good. Can you say no? No. No. Good. Can you see your left foot? Left. Good. How about right? Good. Very good. How about your left one more time? Left. Good. Good. Right one more time. Good. Very good.
So one of the reasons, actually, Kayla, you want to tell them why you want to be able to look at their feet?
So for birds, it's really important that we be able to keep an eye on their feet, because if you think about it, birds are almost always on their feet. They spend almost all of their time on their feet. And one of the things that can happen to birds that live in human care is that they can get sores on their feet. And essentially, it makes a lot of sense when you think about it. If they're sitting on the same perches all the time or the same texture all the time, they're putting pressure on the same parts of their feet at all times. So even if they like cut themselves or something, it's very easy for those cuts to get infected, especially if their perches aren't kept clean. There's a lot of stuff that we have to do to make sure that their feet stay healthy. Because you can imagine if anything happens to their feet, it's very difficult to treat, because you can't just tell a bird to stay off their feet. So one of the things that we do is we train them to voluntarily lift up their feet so that we can get a good look at the undersides of their feet. If they do develop any like spots, generally what will happen is they've got texture to their feet, so you'll be able to see first things where it'll get very, very smooth, and you'll know that they're putting a lot of weight on that part of their foot. And so you can look at the size of their perching, you can look at where they're perching the most, and you can change, add or remove perching to encourage them to distribute the pressure across their feet. So it's just really important, because taking care of bird feet can be very challenging. So we want to make sure that instead of being reactive, we try to prevent any of those things from happening. So we train the macaws to lift up their feet like this, because that's the easiest way. With the littles, we can do something a little bit different. We have plans to build something. I don't know how we're going to design it yet, but we'd like to do voluntary nail trims as well. But with the macaws being a little bit unpredictable, there will be a barrier between the two of us. Yes, there will, Tico, yes. Because it'll be safer for us and for them. So with Siren, for example, what we're doing is training her to step up to the door, and we're looking at her feet through the wire mesh and touching her nails a lot to get her used to us touching and manipulating her feet that way. It also creates an easy way for us to apply any lotions or creams if at any point we need to. The goal of a lot of the training that we'll do with the parrots, as much as it's fun to sing with Siren, and we do sing with her every day, anything that we can make easier as far as their husbandry goes, their actual care, we'll train behaviors to make the necessities as least invasive as possible, if that makes sense. So we want the parrots to be involved in their care as much as they can by showing them that, like, you don't need to be afraid of, I brought the nail trimmers down so I can show them to Siren today. So you don't have to be afraid of nail trimmers. You don't have to be afraid of, you know, things like that, if that makes sense. But yeah, bird feet, very important to keep an eye on them.
Someone said, I like her yellow pants.
She does have great yellow pants.
Really nice yellow
Do you like your yellow pants? Yes, you do. I can bring Tico over, and maybe she'll probably sit on the stick and just eat an almond if you want.
Cool.
Do you want to step up? Maybe? To step up? I try to let Tico come to the stick as often as I can, because, Tico, you take an almond, and we're just going to watch you eat it.
She's like, what's going on?
She'll be fine. She's been doing a really good job. Yeah. It's yummy.
She wore itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow feathered pants. The funny siren.
Good context clue, siren.
66 gifted
It's very
tier
good.
sub to Giant Eye.
Thank you,
They
Zora.
have given 2 gift subs in the channel.
You did great today.
Does Tico pluck her feathers, or is she just molting? Feather plucking is a huge thing for parrots in captivity. Tico unfortunately came to us with a bit of a feather plucking issue, and I think she's gotten a lot better with it. And so it takes a lot of, they get their training every day, they get enrichment every day. We give them the best enclosure that we can and add to it. We just added this whole new tree and all this perching in hopes that all helps to mitigate that behavior. But it's something you only see in captive parrots. And it came with Tico from her life before us.
We're also hoping that training her to fly may also reduce some of that feather plucking behavior. I worked with birds of prey in the past, but one of our birds of prey just had a lot of energy all the time. And if we could fly her more often and exhaust her more often, her behaviors became a lot more predictable for us. Miley!
Is the tongue dry? Yeah.
Good job, Tico. You did great.
I mean, not in the
did so
back,
good.
but on the front, yes.
Come on.
It's hard to describe. I don't know.
See
It's not like ours. It's not wet like ours now.
Miley, do you want to come out at all? Hello? How do you feel? Disinterested? What do you think?
Oh, scary. Is siren.
What do you think? Do you want to come out? Hi, Tico.
So with all the animals here in training, they only have a session if they want to participate, right? So if Miley doesn't come out, that is totally fine. But it's what Kayla's seeing if she wants to come out today.
It's very important, I think, to communicate as frequently as possible that I can't make Tico or Miley do anything. Mm-hmm. There's nothing I can do. So if she wants to come out and participate, that's great. It doesn't mean that she doesn't get fed today. It doesn't mean that she doesn't get, X, Y, Z today. It just means that she doesn't get anything extra today. Mm-hmm. So Tico got a bunch of sunflower seeds. She got a pistachio. She got a couple almonds. Miley simply will not get extra sunflower seeds, pistachios, and almonds. But those are an essential part of their diet. I think there's probably some in the enrichment. So she'll still have to work for it. It'll just be in a different way than Tico. Yeah. But their food is down here as well. They've got pellets and produce that you can see too.
Oh yeah, you guys want to see their food?
A little bit hesitant.
This is what they eat daily. So this is Tico and Miley are in the purple bowls, and they get these pellets. They're Harrison's pellets. It's like a dog kibble, but for parrots, formulated for parrots. They have peppers today. They have zucchini. They have lettuce. They have tomato. They have a little banana and a little sweet potato.
They like sweet potato and banana.
Yeah, and then they have other extra stuff in enrichment. But yeah, someone also asked what Mia does for training.
Mia flies.
Mia flies.
She'll probably do it for you if you want to see her
yeah,
fly.
That'd be great.
Come here, Tico. I dropped one. I heard it. Yesterday.
She's just yelling.
She is just yelling. There you go. Let them come out and think about it. Mia, do you want to do some flights? Ooh, or do you just want pellets? Yeah. Certainly.
Aren't they that vocal in nature too? Yeah, I mean, they can certainly be as loud, but they're not going to be talking out there. I don't know. They learn a lot of different vocalizations just being with us.
I'm going to put this perch over here and fly her this way.
Did she say, I like your omelet? If that's what you wanted her to say, yeah, sure.
Anyone's guess. She could absolutely be saying
anything.
that.
Who knows?
Do you want to come over? Hi.
I do hear garlic. Sure.
There's Mia.
Hello, birdie.
Sorry. Can you step up here? That's very nice.
Birdie.
Pistachio? Encouraging. We have taken a piece of pistachio.
Nice.
Sometimes Mia doesn't want to work. Sometimes she just wants to hang out.
Yeah, no, they don't sing happy birthday in the wild.
Siren, why? Good job.
Oh, that's exactly 1 pound. Really?
454?
Cool.
Is that what you weigh?
Yeah.
Do you want to come over? Do you want to come over?
Wow.
You're amazing.
So fast.
Amazing.
Yes, happy birthday. You're also amazing. Not 454 pounds, 454 grams.
Come on over.
That is 1 pound.
Good job.
Wow. Birthday. Happy birthday.
Wow. Amazing.
Siren just want to remind you guys that she can also do something really cool.
We can sing a birthday shanty after this.
Excellent. Wow, Mia.
Good job. Amazing.
She's jacked.
There it is. There's the
There's
birthday
the
shanty. Want to do one more?
Wow.
Would you
Look
like
at her
almonds
go.
for your troubles? All right.
1,000 bits.
Siren. Heave ho, all hands, hoist the colors high. Heave ho, beers and...
Guys, I've explained this before, but Siren came to us singing Happy Birthday. Okay, she sang Happy Birthday for years. It's her favorite song. And then Kayla wanted to teach her a sea shanty, the one that goes like, yo ho, hoist the colors, that one. And so she started singing her that one. Like, I guess Siren only knows the lyrics to Happy Birthday. So it's a combination of the two. That's why it sounds like that.
Well, that's why we call it her birthday shanty.
Her birthday shanty. I like it, though. I think it's good.
Yeah, I think it's great. It's very unique.
Yeah, it's nice.
Very Siren.
Very Siren. It's very Siren.
The macaws really are just not. They didn't even come out to eat. I'm surprised Tico came out. That was great.
Yeah, that was really good.
Good on Tico.
All right, guys. Well, we will. Can I hang there and enrich? They probably won't even gonna.
They might come out for
maybe.
enrichment.
Let's see
might.
if they'll be interested in their enrichment that we made earlier.
We'll just put it
and
close to them.
If
Hey
they're
guys,
not, you guys got to see a really
Look.
good session with Tico.
look.
So
Look at this. This is exciting stuff. Try and hang it close to them.
I think it taught her to say birthday at a lower pitch. No, it's a brand new song,
Do you want this, Tico?
actually.
Check it out.
Fun. There's a lot of fun stuff in there, I swear. Oh, wow. She's
Ready.
ready.
She's like, oh my gosh, I've been waiting for this my whole life. This box. I think the other side would probably be an easier approach.
Yeah.
Well done.
Nice.
Beautiful. You did great. A+ for you.
Smart bird. So,
She should be okay if you get a little closer space, if you want to. It's up to you. She'll let you know if you're too close.
wow. So for the people that were asking if we reuse enrichment, yes, sometimes, but for boxes like these,
No chance.
as you can see, no. She's got a finger trap. There's so much stuff in these, it's gonna take them forever. It's like a bunch of finger
We
traps
reuse
and
as much as we
straws.
can.
So, if you guys, I explained it a couple times while I was making it, but if there are new people here that weren't there when I was making this enrichment, his head, he's driving. We give them toys essentially. So, if you have a dog and you give them Kongs, it's the same concept as giving a dog a Kong. It helps them engage in natural behaviors, which is good for them and they like. So. For the parrots, it's a lot of foraging enrichment. So
She's thinking
Tico
about
has
it.
to. Oh, here's Miley. Tico has to forage for the seeds that are in this. Oh, okay. Miley's going to show you how to do that, actually. Okay.
Incredibly predictable she is.
Actually yoinking. Yeah, Miley does that. Technically, this is the orange box, so it's Miley's box, so Tico's actually stealing.
It's really amazing because we've literally seen Miley like walk over to Tico and like take a walnut out of her feet.
Yeah, and Tico's just like,
and Tico's
okay.
like, whatever.
Me personally.
Are you ready?
So we give, no, they don't eat the paper. They're just getting the treats out of the paper. There's pecan bits in there, there's pistachio bits, there's
Hello.
Nutriberry bits, just like treats and stuff.
Would you like your food?
Ooh, yeah. Ooh. There's real love. That's a nice wing.
Good job.
So we do enrichment for all of the animals at Alveus. They all obviously get different things depending on their natural behavior. And so for them, it's a lot of foraging.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We'd like to do scent enrichment for the foxes. Okay, what's going on here? Oh, she's gonna go actually. Oh, poop break and then go find the blue box. Nice. Oh, never mind. Oh,
She's going. She's gonna pull it up to
box.
herself.
Yeah, the foxes rely on their sense of smell in the wild, obviously, pretty heavily, and so we want to do some scent enrichment, scatter some scents around the fox enclosure. We do scent enrichment for the snakes, even. If the rats have a box that they played with the day before, we'll put a rat box in a playpen for the snakes to go out even. So it's all kind of just, dependent on what they'd be doing in the wild.
So in that case, enrichment does get reused.
That is true. That is reused enrichment for sure. I think Tico is doing enrichment and then just realized her entire meal is in a bowl.
Tico and Mia really like their pellets. They're very good about eating their pellets.
Wait,
Miley
why
is
is there an
too, but-
emergency alert going off? Do you hear about that?
Oh, it's October 4th. There was, yeah.
Just testing it. I see. Okay. We will see. I thought it was at 2 p.m. Is it at 1 p.m.? Oh, it's 2 p.m. Eastern. So 1 p.m. Exciting. Guys, we'll see. It's not a test. It is a test. It is a test. My sister sent me an article on it this morning and I didn't read it. That's why I don't know about it.
Miley got a little Nutriberry bit.
You want to go on that side maybe? See what she's up to. Miley, the Catalina macaw. This is why there's definitely stuff in there.
There.
Thank you for the 18 months.
Did you enjoy your almond, Siren? Yeah, that's nice.
Do you guys have any last questions about the macaws? This is going to be the end of ZooperStars today.
There's turkey vulture outside, sorry.
The what?
There's turkey vulture outside, sorry.
Oh. Turkey vultures. Do you have any questions for Siren? Miley looks like a fruit roll-up. Okay, that's not a question. But you're right.
But it is not incorrect.
What's the most famous macaw? I don't know. Maybe a scarlet macaw? I feel like people think of redbirds. Unless you're talking about individuals, then I really don't know. Do the macaws vocalize? They definitely scream. Apparently, Tico can talk, but I haven't heard Tico talk. I've only heard them make, like,
Those.
like natural macaw noises.
And they do scream.
And they scream, for sure.
At certain times of the day, generally. So you can know when it's coming if you're around.
Yeah.
Or watching them on the cams.
Do they have a long lifespan? Hi, Nick. Yes. These guys can live 60 to 70 years. Someone asked, why do they have colors? Isn't it a disadvantage in the wild? So, a couple theories on that. The one, I mentioned this earlier, but obviously bright colors and mating in birds is a thing. But for parrots, the females look the same as the males do. So these are both females, and they're obviously both super, super bright. The colors naturally exist in the wild. For Tico, Miley is not naturally occurring. So there's a chance that it's a camouflage thing. I just don't really understand. If it's camouflage, I don't think it's very good, but it obviously works for them. So I don't know. Do they drink water or get hydration from their food? They do drink water. What are their ages? We don't know how old they are because they're rescues, and we can't tell that with a blood test. And so we don't really have a way of knowing. We do know that Tico was with Michelle for it's like 10 or 15 years or something. So it's at least that old, but you know, these birds could be 40. We don't know.
And another thing about aging birds, for some species of bird, their juvenile plumage will look different. So if they're younger than a certain age, it can be easy to tell. But one of the other things that can make it very difficult to age a bird is that they hide illness extremely well, which makes a lot of sense because as a wild animal, your survival depends on you being the healthiest, strongest, version of yourself. So birds mask, pain, illness extremely well. So one of the things that's important when you're caring for them is kind of consistency and making sure that you know what behaviors are normal for them, and looking for very subtle changes in their behavior that could indicate that something might be wrong. Because very often by the time that something is obviously wrong, something is very wrong, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But they don't give you a lot of clues, I guess, is the take-home message of that whole thing.
What do their tongues feel like? I have not felt their tongues, but I think they're relatively dry and kind of fingery, is if I had to guess what they would feel like. Are they named after the sounds they make? Like the word macaw? I have no idea.
The origin of the word
Yeah,
macaw.
that's a good question. I don't know. They look poisonous. No, they're not poisonous. But I see why you would think that from poison dart frogs or whatever.
An animal color perspective.
Yeah. They're dry and squishy. That's, yeah. Fair. All right, you guys. Well, let's see where Connor's at. Because are you going to take the stream back? Guys, there is the other one? There's a blue and gold macaw there, and then there's a Catalina macaw, which is a blue and gold and scarlet macaw hybrid. Can you stall for 20 minutes so we can see your phones go off? Is that interesting to you? You'll see it on the Alveus channel.
Connor's phone will go off.
Connor's did?
His went off already?
Oh, I thought that's what you said.
I mean, like, no matter what, they'll see the phone.
Yeah,
go
you'll
off
see Connor's
somewhere.
go off. So you guys, that's gonna be it for Superstars today. I will raid into Alveus. Connor is doing a subathon, as you guys know. Connor has been live on the Alveus channel, so I'm gonna raid into there, and then I will be live again on my channel this week on Friday for keeping stream. Siren, anything else? What?
Siren. I love you. I love you. Good kisses. There they are.
Kisses.
Send them off with kisses, Siren.
It's nice.
We'll not be showing the nail trimmers to Siren today. She's got a lot.
It's a lot going on.
She's got a lot going on.
Yeah.
We'll just keep it at the birthday
guys.
shanty.
I will see you today on the Alveus stream, and then I will see you on Friday on this stream. I would say bye to Kayla. Thank you, Kayla. Hooray!
Bye, guys.
Okay. See you guys later. Goodbye. Goodbye. I started the raid. You can shut me down whenever.